early. The bell and round one scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds with the featherweight crown on the line.
One of the things about Patricio that is so impressive is you'll see that he likes to control the center of the cage, but he manages distance very well. For a guy that doesn't have a big reach, he moves his feet very well to get out of the range and to get himself into range.
There's that long left hand that scored for Adam Borics. And again, Patricio Pitbull, it's another jab, splits the guard, does Borics, but Patricio Pitbull, a cage general. You talk about it, John, just has altered his style and trained it smarter, not necessarily harder. Nearly 2 decades at the highest level of the sport, and has become a very effective counter striker. And there's Borics bringing the fight to the champion and managing to score with the 1-2. He's very quick, is Adam Borics.
Yeah, well, after that last fight with how fast it started, all the fans want this one to start as fast. This guy's got to go 5 rounds.
And it's also Patricio Pitbull in the Long Beach Arena, the home of AJ McKee. They're not going to be cheering him regardless.
Patricio knows how to fight a 5-round fight. He starts off very smart. He gets his tells. He sees what his opponent's going to do, and he slowly starts to break down what the opponent's done. Borics needs to really get on his game and start to make Patricio have to think a lot. Give him a lot of different looks and a lot of things that he has to deal with. The more that he has to deal with, the better the fight's going to go for Adam.
Both very effective kickers, a good exchange between them, and there's that jumping knee countered by Pitbull. And Pitbull immediately pounces on Adam Borics. High risk, high reward, but the risk not paying off for Borics there, and in fact, it may be Pitbull now looking for the reward.
This is what I was talking about with those keys to victory. When he does those flying attacks, make him pay. This is one of those instances right here.
But it speaks to Borics' confidence that he's able to continue to try to land these dynamic strikes, just missing with that knee.
Well, and very similar to Andrei Arlovski fighting Fedor Emelianenko.
When he went swimming upstream?
Patricio Pitbull landed that shot right on the jawline of Borics when he was up in the air.
Didn't Arlovski look like he was a swimming upstream when he got knocked out by Fedor? And there Pitbull ends up with Borics again on his back, and quickly. That's one thing about Pitbull. When he smells blood in the water, when he lands a scoring blow, he immediately tries to go for the finish.
Absolutely, he is a finisher, there's no doubt. If he can get somebody hurt, he does not let them off the line. 23 of his 33 victories have come inside the distance, 11 knockouts, 12 submissions. And Borics now on his back, trying to control the posture of the champion. Pitbull wide base, looking to try to break the guard. Pitbull looking to slice through that guard right there.
Wants to go to full mount, but well defended by Borics.
But this has started out very well for Pitbull. This is exactly the kind of start that he does, and it just starts to snowball on his opponents. And it's not a bad thing that Borics is actually staying in this guard position, because he got hit with a couple of shots. I think they rung his bell.
A minute left in the first round, and referee will bring them back to their feet. And the distance, there's that jab that Borics put on display very effectively against Mads Burnell in his last fight.
You see what I was talking about with Pitbull. You saw how he managed the distance, got himself out of there to the point where Borics couldn't throw any combinations. He's too far away.
And there, Pitbull in that combination landed the right low kick executed by Borics. And there, Pitbull not averse to going the flying knee route.
Oh, nice right hand by Pitbull.
He's got a devastating right hand, but also a nasty left. Good start for the featherweight champion.
Just keep watching and make sure he's, recovered his best. Balança o braço dele, cara. Patrício, a distância tá boa, a pressão tá boa.
Here was that flying. Look at that left hook right on the button. It definitely hit Borics. I don't think it's hurt him that bad, but it was clean.
Oh, boy.
You can see him going straight down. And then that right hand right at the end of the round. Here was the left. It did not hit, but the right hand does. Square right down the middle. Didn't do any damage, but it definitely got his attention.
Fique esperto a movimentação de cabeça e continua com essa pressão, fazendo ela errar. Faz ela errar, pô.
Bara lägger näst mot uggla mot den. Lätt på att gå tjock på de bakfäck. Tjockat på uggla ihop då.
If you want it on the ground, just keep working when you're there, okay? Keep working when you're in that position if you want it. Ready? You ready? Fight!
Second round underway. Fighters feinting. There's the jab by Borics.
And I believe
kick.
Borics needs to really get after that jab.
Yeah, we talked
Just
about
keep
that.
on putting it on him as much as you can, because it's going to keep him at a range that he's not going to be comfortable with.
Pitbull attacking the lead leg. Known for his hard leg kicks.
And one of the things that I'm not seeing out of Adam Borics that I really think that he needed to do is he needed to use those kicks. He's got a good low calf kick. Bring it up to the thigh, sometimes to the body, even to the head. He has not gone and used his kicks at all. He's more of a boxer here against Pitbull.
There's a right hand that lands for the champion. A minute gone here in the second stanza.
And that's where Pitbull's so good. Those counter strikes. He sees his opponent with the attack, moves himself off the center line, and lands the big counter.
Great vision. Pitbull's corner, including his brother, Patrício, and behind Patrício, Eric Albarracin, who's really helped Patricio Pitbull in the wrestling department. There's a jab, good counter by Borics, right, and then flashes the jab. But already blood on the side of Boric's face, maybe cut.
Might be a small cut that's been smeared a little bit. Borics is realizing he cannot make a whole lot of mistakes without Pitbull capitalizing on him. He's getting a little tight with where he's at, but he needs to continue with that jab and those low kicks.
There's the low kick, and there's a harder low kick by Pitbull, and gets the better of that striking exchange, pushes Borics back with the jab.
If you could see that striking exchange, one of the things you would notice, Borics put his eyes down while Pitbull's were right on the target. Another
Brazilian featherweight icon known for hard leg kicks, Jose Aldo, recently announcing his retirement. Want to wish him all the best, and what a fantastic career, but you're looking at a Brazilian legend in Patricio Pitbull.
Well, unbelievable champion in Aldo, but if there was one fighter that this man, Pitbull, always said he wanted to fight to prove that he was the best, it was Jose Aldo.
Feinting by Patricio, walking down, and there's Borics going for the low kick that was checked by Pitbull, and then Pitbull returns a hard leg kick. There's a body kick there, liver kick by Borics, starting to utilize that mode of attack, and both of them again well-versed in kicks and the counterattacks thereof, but the jab from Borics not being utilized as much, as now beginning to work a little more. We saw it again used very effectively in his last fight, and it was one of your keys to victory.
He's got a good jab, and it's quick and effective. and it's solid. You know, it puts guys back. So you've got, that's your long-range weapon with your hands. Use it.
Inside, low kick by Borics. Pitbull trying to get Borics to bite, trying to set up another crushing counterattack. Just over a minute left here in the second. 1-2 by Borics.
One of the things that you've seen, though, with Borics is instead of the 1, 2, 3, 4s that we saw in his other fights, that has changed here with Pitbull because he's getting countered. He's just going to 1-2.
There's the counter again by Pitbull, and now has Borics on his back. Borics delivered a series of elbow strikes as he was going down. Again, though, that impeccable timing and the tremendous counter attack of Patricio Pitbull.
Yeah, it's, you know, that's just his fight IQ. This is something that it's hard to explain to people that don't understand fighting, but he is so smart inside the cage. He's always in control, and he just picks his moments.
Watch your back in the head, buddy. Into the ear, Adam. Stop. Só marcando ponto na distância.
Belement a jobbal, egyenes, húzz rá a bal tér, de csak lépjél rá föl. És nyugodtan az összeütések végére rámert a könyök.
Responda com chute, ele pode estar armando alguma coisa, entendeu? Resposta com mão. Essa sua antecipação no final foi perfeita, pô. Pegar o chute dele, segurar, dar um direto junto, entendeu? Tá perfeito. Fica esperto. Primeiro tritado do rabo, One step back. One step back. You're round. Are you ready? You ready? Fight!
As we begin round 3, John, you have the unofficial scorecard. What does it read after 10 minutes of action in points?
Well, unofficially, I had Pitbull up 2 rounds to none, 10-9 in both rounds. And I thought Adam Borics did better in that second round, but it wasn't enough. Just because he did better than he did in the first round, that's not enough for him to win that round. It was close, but I gave it to Pitbull.
Pitbull looking for the takedown and then utilizing that fight IQ, seeing that it's not there, backing away immediately.
Nice attempt at the elbow coming across by Borics on that clinch.
Borics on the front foot, bouncing up and down, feinting, trying to find. There's a high kick blocked by Pitbull, and there's the jumping knee again, countered by Pitbull. It ends with Pitbull on top again, John.
This is exactly what we were talking about. Look, he's got those flying attacks, but those can sometimes work against you if the opponent is smart. We know Pitbull's smart, and that is a beautiful takedown by him.
It's twice it's happened in this fight thus far. And Pitbull has achieved full mount. And Borics in peril against the Bellator MMA GOAT. A minute and a half gone in the third. Methodical, very calm and in control, Patricio Pitbull. Irritating Borics with those bell claps.
That's exactly what Borics needs. Get those hands on the hips, start pushing him back, start wiggling his legs through. Oh, nice job by Patricio. He kept himself with the arm around the neck, pulling himself in. That kept his legs able to hold on as Borics was trying to slide through. Borics should have moved his hips to one side or the other.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Patricio Pitbull, again with underrated wrestling ability, now has Borics on his back from full mount. Needs to try to deliver that ground and pound, just short strikes here from Pitbull. Because when you're in full mount, You want to make sure you make your opponent pay, John.
Well, right now he's putting a lot of pressure on the abdomen of Adam Borics. He's making him feel his weight. Adam's the one that's being hit with shots here. There's nothing coming Patricio's way. And you saw when Adam made that big movement, that's a big explosion. And when it doesn't work.
Oh, elbow from Pitbull.
This
can opener by the champion. And a hip attack while trying to escape. And now Borics gives up his back. Hooks are in. Standing, perhaps a rear naked in the backpack position.
Borics coming over towards his corner. And right, Borics with a little bit of a head strike there, not legal. Now Borics is in the position right here. He's holding on to all the weight of Patricio, so that's tough on his legs. But it's also difficult on Patricio to hold that position with his legs.
Pitbull looking for the choke, but his right arm being controlled by Adam Borics. Pitbull now back to the mat. And looking to take Borics down.
Nice takedown by Pitbull.
And he has his back again. Pitbull now 3 for 4 in the takedown department. And again, it's Borics wearing the champion like a backpack. Trying to defend here. Pitbull.
And the only thing I would say that with Pitbull, yeah, he's winning the round, but he's not doing any type of damage when he's got the ability in the position he's at to possibly do that damage. So mouthpiece coming out of Pitbull's mouth.
Pitbull was looking for the takedown, defended by Borics. Borics now fighting for position, has the champion along the fence, delivers a knee to the midsection, one to the inner thigh, another one to the other thigh. Borics known for his flying knees, just looking to try to break down the champion along the fence with these knee strikes. Here at the Long Beach Arena in California, we are headed to the championship rounds of this featherweight title fight.
You're right here. He's just moving his head. I got him. I'll warn him right now. He's right there.
Here was that flying knee. Comes up with it. Pitbull just slides his head in, grabs hold of the legs, turns the body and straight down. Beautifully done. That's anticipation. He sees it coming. He sees where the leg's at, turns his head. There go the legs. That's the easiest takedown he'll ever get. Well done.
Tem calma, é só chutar. Ele vai vir com tudo, faz ele errar. Ele vai querer jogar joelho e cotovelo agora. Toda hora ele tá ajustando com a parte de trás. Joga lá, Jerry mata a cobra, tá lá. Consciente.
Hands first.
Jobba in his ball så vet du lätt.
He's got, if he has your back again, don't do it. Thank you. All right. Fourth round, buddy, ready? Buddy, ready? Fight!
John, as we begin the championship rounds, I want to get your input on the adjustments that Borics needs to make, because he has to be behind on the scorecards, at least on your unofficial scorecard. Pitbull's pitching a shutout. So what does he have to do here in these championship rounds?
You know, he needs to turn up the heat as far as, but he needs to be very basic in what he's doing. That's what Pitbull's so good. You're not going to catch him in those areas where those flying knees are going to work really well for you. So hit that leg, make him start to make the mistake. Hit that leg with the low kick. Jab, jab, jab. Go to the body at times when you can, but you cannot sit there and think that he's going to fall for a flying knee. He's ready. He sees everything. He sees your body position, and he sees when you start to, you know,
that distance management is amazing by Pitbull. And then for Pitbull,
Pitbull needs to just stick with what he's doing. He's countering very well, and he feels comfortable in there. The one thing that you do see out of Pitbull, his arms are getting heavy. You can see him shaking his arms out all the time, which is telling you that the lactic acid is starting to get in there. That might mean that his, the punch is going to come a little slower, not quite so much on it. It's a little heavy.
And now Borics finally starting to put a little pressure on the champion, walking forward, but not launching an attack yet. Delivers an inside leg kick, but just single shot. Bellator featherweight champion Patricio Pitbull in the red gloves. The challenger Adam Borics in the blue gloves. Borics with a 4-fight win streak. And again, we talk about Patricio Pitbull avenge that loss to A.J. McKee and becoming a 3-time featherweight champion. McKee victorious in his lightweight debut against Spike Carlisle, and that's the subplot, that unfinished business, but Patricio Pitbull taking care of business so far here against the challenger.
I've always said one of the things I believe you need to do if you're going to beat Pitbull is you got to back him up. You got to make him start moving backwards. And you'll notice that Adam Borics in no moment of this fight has had Pitbull really going backwards. Pitbull will step back to reset, but he's always in control of the pace and location where the fight's at.
And it is seldom that we have seen Borics put together combinations. A lot of single shots just like that. Low kick doesn't follow up. And again, completely different fight. And maybe the respect too much being shown to the champion against Burnell. And we saw Burnell have success as well. But when we just watched the fight again this week, John, the fluidity, the amount of punches, the way he went up and down, low to high, that's not the case here tonight.
No, that's a different opponent. Josh Thompson was the first one to say it. He goes, look, I love what he did against Mads Burnell, and it was fantastic. But he ain't fighting Mads Burnell, he's fighting Patricio Pitbull.
And yet he needs that kind of offensive output if he wants to get into this fight. Counter by Pitbull, and again, exhibit number one as to why he may not be throwing those combinations as much. That counter attack from the champion.
See, the one thing when you're watching Pitbull, especially defensively, he doesn't make mistakes as far as dropping his hands. He brings the punches back on the same line that they came out most of the time, unless it's an overhand. He just does everything very technically right.
Pitbull controlling the center of the cage.
How rare.
Yeah, exactly, but impenetrable defense for the most part, and Borics again also, let's talk about it. He has tried 2 flying knee attacks. Both times, Pitbull's taking him down.
Right there is exactly what I want to see Adam Borics do. He threw the 1-2, and then he came back with the straight jab. That's what he's got to do. That jab landed. It's because Pitbull was not waiting on it. He was waiting on the 1-2.
And now Borics having a little success countering of his own, looking to change levels. Pitbull defends. 5th and final round on deck. Frustration beginning to show for Adam Borics.
You got 5 fucking minutes. You gotta fucking let it go right now. Come on. Nothing crazy. Hey.
The rally cry from Borics' corner, you have 5 effing minutes.
Hármakat, hátsó, első, hátsó. Csövön bele kell úgy. Olyan, mint...
Você vai querer decidir a luta toda agora. Então eu quero você esperto. E quando puder, leva pro chão, domina no chão. Respira fundo, controla a respiração.
Looks like Eric Albarracin looking to monitor Borics' body language in the other corner.
There's Borics with the jab. Now, the jab's there, but it's just not hitting him with the snap because of the range. But Pitbull hits a heavy leg kick.
Counter right
nice
there.
Right hand, and that stung. You can see it.
Final round right here. You good? All right.
Pitbull's 15th Bellator title fight, one of his 11 records that he owns or shares. It would
Final round. Fight, are you ready?
well maybe
You
take
ready?
me the duration of the 5th and final round to go through all of those records, as his first title defense of his 3rd reign going according to plan. And for Adam Borics, looking to make history, he is going to have to deliver something memorable, and well, for him again, has memorable highlight reel finishes on his resume, but unable to take off thus far in this fight.
Adam Borics is really going to have to open up here, which puts him in a position to be hurt. But if he wants to win this fight, he's going to have to hit Pitbull with a shot that Pitbull does not see coming, that puts him in a position where he's hurt, and Borics can go after him.
Clinical effort thus far by Patricio Pitbull Freire. There's the right hand through the guard, and now 3-punch combination culminating with the left hook curling behind the guard of Pitbull.
And this is what I'm talking about. If you notice, this is the first time during this fight Pitbull's gone backwards.
Yeah, and yet counters with the right. And again, from a fan's point of view, Pitbull doing everything, and yet you expect or want him to start to sit down on his punches more. Is this exactly what the doctor ordered, and he's content to do this throughout the rest of the fight?
Let's just be honest. He doesn't have to take big chances. He should know that he's way up in this fight. Or believe it, you would hope.
Yeah. Oh, nice 3-punch combination that culminated with a left uppercut that caught Pitbull. And there's a right hand by Borics that landed.
Notice what I was talking about when I said he's got to do more than that 1-2, and look at what's happening as he does. It's landing. Oh, that hurt him.
Borics coming forward, and again going for the knee. And now it's Pitbull attacking the back. So despite the fact that the flying knee strike has been his calling card and one of the reasons he's in this championship fight, it has been anything but successful tonight, and it's costing him dearly against Pitbull.
Absolutely. Every time Pitbull has made him pay for it. Borics needs to take that arm, stick it on the right side of his head, bring it over his head.
Tick-tock goes the clock. There has to be more of a sense of urgency here.
You would think. There he goes, trying to bring it over.
Let go of the cage. Let go of the cage. Pretty close.
Right now, this is, you can look at, and say they're not doing much. Pitbull doesn't have to. He knows as the time's going by, his win is coming his way. Borics is the one that needs to go after it. And like I said, take a chance. Don't just sit here and let the time
Yeah, it's a minute 45 seconds left in your first World Championship match. Maybe your lone opportunity at a title. These opportunities don't come easy, and Borics securing a big takedown, the first of the fight for him, and he's got 90 seconds to make it count.
That was a nice body lock takedown. He was able to do it based upon the difference in length. He just picked Pitbull straight up. Pitbull was unable to keep his feet on the ground.
The first time in this fight that Borics is in top position on the champion, and Pitbull controlling the posture, and Adam Borics needs to rain down as many punches as possible, but the champion doing a good job of controlling him. Borics trying to move to side control. He's in half guard now.
And you're sitting there saying all that, but not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not easy, but
a guy that's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he knows what he's doing.
How many times have we heard fighters, oh, I should have done more in the final minutes of the round. Oh, I should have done this. This is it for Adam Borics, and Pitbull's back on his feet.
Pitbull looking for that
Kimura
grip.
Man, he's done a lot of work being attached to Borics' body. And it's under a half minute, John. And Pitbull Pitbull looking to... Man, that would be something.
A lot of pressure on
That would be something.
He's got to step over it, roll over it.
Adam Borics' dreams have been dashed by the best to do it in that Bellator MMA, Patricio Pitbull.
You know, at the start of this, we talked about those keys to victory. One of the things, make him pay for all of those flying attacks. That's what he just did right there. That big shot with the left hook, that hurt him. Then he catches him in the air and puts him on the ground and controls him for the rest of the round. Every time Adam Borics left his feet for that flying knee, Patricio Pitbull made him pay. And that's why there's no doubt that Patricio Pitbull is the winner of this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance in this world title fight, we go now to your three judges. Your first judge, Marcel Varela, scores the fight 48-47. Your second judge, Chris Crail, scores the fight 49-46. Your third and final judge, Derek Cleary, 50-45. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, Bellator featherweight world champion, Patricio Pitbull.
Patricio Pitbull being hoisted up in the air as makes another successful title defense. His wife, Teresa, his sons, Davi and Miguel, enjoying